Thank you. I'm going to show you how the generative AI has been implemented by Oracle in the newly redesigned Redux page. So we have been observing this so much hype of something called Redux page that has appeared, and Oracle is continuously pushing that for making those pages more attractive, and also they have introduced generative AI. Currently, this generative AI features is only available to Canada and US port and database. But coming to the future releases, it will be available across all the globe. Uh, so all the globe and all the pages. So I'm gonna share the screen and will show you the features that are available in the system. Okay. Okay. So first of all, this AI features is not available out of the box. Okay. So we have to personalize the page first, and then the AI features will be made available, and then we can use those features. Okay. So as an administrator, I have logged in the system. So this is my Oracle HCM pod, and I have logged into the system as an HR admin. Okay, and to have a Redwood page customizations or personalizations, we must have either applications administrator roles or applications developer role. Any of the two roles if you're having, or either of the two roles, or both of the two roles you're having, you are able to personalize the Redwood pages. Okay, administrator roles is for the person who will have a Visual Builder workspace and able to deploy the changes, able to create users in the Visual Builder Studio. Developer is for those purpose who just used to have the access to create or personalize the pages and doesn't have the admin role to track the access for other users and have the access for others users. So that is why there are two roles given. Mostly you will find users to be given an developer role. So there will be multiple developer role given and only maybe a few administrator role that will be given. So that's about the role. These two roles must be, you have, as an user, you have to have to access Visual Builder. Now, why I'm talking about Visual Builder, so as the Redux pages have been introduced, so this is the newly pages, and those pages have been created as a part of Visual Builder, right? Just for the previous pages, we have classical page, we have responsive page. So those pages are being accessible from page composers, from transactions design studio. But for Redwood page, those tools are not required. Redwood page is only customizable from Visual Builder Studio, right? And also to let you know, currently you will be having a Visual Builder Studio on one pod. It is a non-production pod, but going forward, it will be available across all pods. Okay, so I am logged in to one of the pods which has Visual Builder Studio. So if you click on this home button, and you will be able to see that in the configuration you have something called Visual Builder tool. If this tool is available, that means this pod has a Visual Builder, and that means you will be able to edit or customize or personalize Redwood pages in Oracle HCM. Right. Now talking about generative AI features, so I'm gonna first tell you that which pages has generative UI features available. So it is available under 4 pages. One is goal center page where you add goals to the system, right? If you go to me, and if you go to career and performance, right? And if you go to goal center, so this is a new Redux page that is being introduced. Previously it was it was something named as goals. Now this is a goal center page. So when you click on this, you will see something written on the top, which is the Reddit. So you will understand it's a Reddit page, and the looks and features are very modernized. You can see from the previous version, right? And from here, if you click on Add button, you will see something called Use AI Assist. Okay. So first I'll show you how it helps. So this is a button. This is generally a generative AI, and this usually checks the goals that are currently available for the person and gives the necessary descriptions. So this is the description. Any additional information, this is called the details of the goals, and this is also the success criteria. So you will see that if I write a goal, right, for example, human resource analyst goal, right? Now what I have to do, let's say I do not want to fill the additional details, not want to fill the success criteria. Right? So what I am going to do, I will click on this Use AI Assist. Now, as I said, this Use AI Assist is a generative UI button. This is not available out of the box. This has been enabled. I'll show you how to enable this from the previous studio. But let's first go ahead with the use case. Right. So if I click on Use AI Assist after writing this, so system will artificially create goal descriptions as well as the goal success criteria. Now the goal descriptions and success criteria may be different for different customers because the data for different customer is different, right? So here human resource specialist may have different success criteria for this particular customer. It can be different for other particular customers. So based on the data that is there already in the system, it predicts all those data, and based on that, it gives you the details. You can see the detailing is given, right? So here you can see it's automatically being filled to additional info, and also you can see the success criteria. Okay, so these are the two fields using AI Assist. You will automatically get filled. Now, if you want to edit, you have, like for example, you see that for example you want to reduce the percentage. Like for example, I want 80% satisfaction rate. I want this one as let's say 79% satisfaction rate. I want this to be increased from 50% to 80% the success rate. Those changes are also can be made. It's just a suggestion that this generative AI features give any, but you always have an options to edit this. Okay. Similarly, for example, the detailing part, you just need to add some extra lines. You can also add. For example, you want this to be over by let's say 4 months. You can edit. Right? So this AI Assist helps you to create goals and descriptions, mostly and success criteria for numerous goals on a very quick basis. Right? Just because if you want to fill up all these details, either you have to write it first, copy paste from some other Excel sheet and add it. Right? But here you just click on Use AI Assist, and automatically based on that, based on what you have filled, based on that it got filled. Right? Similarly, let's say I just go and add this goals, for example. So I have seen all the details, everything is perfect. I'll go and add this goals. Okay? So when I add this goal, it will get added to the system with the same features, like for example the descriptions that was given by generative AI, right? And also the success criteria, everything will get saved. So what you have done is currently you have written a goal, and based on that goal, the system has given you the goal descriptions automatically based on your data, based on your business, based on your customer data, right? And also it has also given you a success criteria. So you can see everything that it has given concept, so they have saved it, right? And this has come from the AI features. Similarly, let's say I want to add another goal which is maybe of a different level. Okay? Let's say I want to add a competency which says that achieve 80% of customer satisfaction. So let's say that's a competency goal again what I have to do as an employee, I'll come here in my goals and I'll click on add button. Okay, so when I click on add button, it will again move to the same page. Go back once, refresh the page. So let's say now I am going to add something called customer success. And then I'll click on use AI assist. The previous way that I have done. Okay. So similarly, we will see this time as the goal name change, the system will give you a separate AI assist. Okay. So you can see the details being filled to improve customer satisfaction of company benefits package by 10%. Now this 10%, how it has been? Maybe this person already has a goal that says customer satisfaction, and let's say for previous review period, his goal was 10%. So from there, automatically, whatever the goals has been created for this person, from there it is suggesting that it was at 10%, so that is copied over 10%. Maybe for other person, when you will go ahead, it will say 20%, because that person will have a goal for previous year for 20%. Right? So based on that, AI assist, so based on how much data you have in the system, based on that, the generative AI is pull those data and give you a perfect goal details and goal success rate. Right? So for example, here I have to add this year it's 10% this year, now it is 8 to 20% can change. So you have to just change the value, other everything what filled up, right? Like the customer service, benefit enrollment, retention rates, healthcare. So this is all being suggested. If you want to use, you can use it. Otherwise, you will go update and add it, right? So let's say I am fine with it and I will click on add. So in this way, like you have seen just now, right? That this is how your AI assist can be useful to fill up the data, mostly 80% accurate data automatically got filled, and you are able to just update and submit it. So using the AI features, the efficiency of adding a goals, right, for a employee level is much more high, because the employee will understand that if the details, the more details they have to fill, the more the time they take. Right? So for those, based on those, taking those into account, this AI assist has been given only to the employee's ESS page. MSS page and admin page still now it's not having the AI assist. Maybe in future it will have, but they have started it from this page. Because employee service is the one which generally takes time to fill the goals, and also there may be a lot of questions, right? one of the example of AI assist in my goals page. Okay. Now, how this needs to be enabled. Okay. So as I said, this was not enabled out of the box. This has to be enabled. Page personalizations from BBC Studio. So to add this, first of all, I'll go to the home page. I'll start from the beginning. Let's say I go to the home page and I'll go to player performance, just like how we navigate to the goal center. Same way you have to do that, and you have to come to goal center where the same page is being open. Now what we will do, previously we have added goals just to showcase how does the use AI features work. Now we are personalized it. Okay? So as I said previously, by default it is not available. To make it available, okay, what you have to do, so this is common for all, whether you are adding any fields or making some fields manually. Everything has to be done from Visual Builder Studio. Okay? So the process is same, that how you enable some fields, how you disable some fields, how you make some fields required, how you make some field required based on certain conditions. Those are all kind of the same thing. It has to follow the same navigation, that if you come to the page and click on edit page in Visual Studio, right? So you can see Visual Studio is available. If you do not have a Visual Studio attached to the instance, you will not find this edit page in Visual Studio. It's not there for the instance. You will not find that. So here, if Visual Studio means the Visual Studio is available. Right. So when I click it, what will happen is some of the fresh customer instance, you will not find this the project, this two projects. Why you are finding this? Because someone has already created this project. If it's a new customer instance and you are editing this page for the first time, it will ask you for a workspace creation. Okay? But as this is already been created, either you can use the projects that are available, right? The project owner and all this. So you are seeing project owner because you are being added as an application administrator. You have an access, so you can create a project. If you are a developer, you have to use the project. You cannot find this create button. Okay? As you are administrator, you are being asked that you can create a project or you can use it. Let's say if I create a new project, I have to give a project name, right? So you can give your project name based on that. And so I can give the project name. Let's say. And here you will add a member. So as I said, you have an application administrator role, right? So you can search for the members and add this member. If you don't have an application member role, you are not able to create a project and you are also not able to add members, right? So what I'll do, let's say I'll pick some of the developer who will be using it, and then I'll click on create. Okay. So it's asking for create projects. Now when you will be doing first time for any customer, it will always come to this page of creating a project because the project is not available. You have been given some list of projects. Why? Because the projects have been created previously, but if it's a fresh customer instance, it will always come to this page of creating a project. Okay? So this will create some time. You can see there are some train states to go all the train stops and then complete the project. Now at any point of time once this project is created, you can go to Visual Builder Studio and use this project to add different members or different developers, right? So that they can work on different DB Studio pages, Redux pages based on their level of expertise. Right. So just wait for some time to get completed. personalizing everything you have to create. It's just like a software, right? That when you create a software or add a software in the system, you have to just click on next, select some fields and do that, right? Same way, it's just like that. Now you can see the workspace is being created, right? And based on that, you can use those in the system. Okay. So on the top you can see something called variables, right? So if I see variables, here you can see it's showing the different pages, right? Show plan details, show all the details, right? So you can click on those and check like where the AI features is available. So you will find some of the features here, right? So for example, enable attachments, all these things. So you have to mark this true. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go to this page here. So this is how you created a Visual Builders project, and you can see the page that is related to the system. Now I want to access this page because in this page, new goal page, the AI assist is available, right? So here I come here and what I'll do, I'll click on edit page in Visual Builders Studio, right? So the functionality is you have to use the same page that currently you're using. So AI assist is available in new goal page when you create an edit, right? So you have to go to that page and you have to click on edit page in Visual Builder. Okay, so it will again open the same project that we have already created. And similarly, when I show you the first page, it was on the goal page. So now this is new goal page. Okay, so here you have to click on variables because these are all, whatever you are seeing here, these are all variables, right? From here, you have to find the show AI assist. You can see show AI assist. So currently, it is false. For example, you are the first time you are using, it will be false. You have to mark from false, you have to mark it as true. Okay, and when you mark it as true, here you can see that you can have a preview. Okay? So what preview means? That directly from the system, from this Visual Builder Studio, you will able to see whether what changes you have made. Okay, what changes you have made, you will able to preview live on the system itself. Okay, just like if you have used page composers, you have used it's in Design Studio, right? You have options of preview once you submit the changes. Similarly, same options you will able to find it here. If you preview it, you will able to see what changes you made. You can see now the AI assist is available, right? So in this way, you have to customize or personalize this page, and once you make this true, what you have to publish because it is a preview, right? It's not using publish. You have to click on publish, and it will ask for that the reason, the commit message. Okay, why you want to publish? So based on that, you have to. I'm not publishing because it's already published, but here you like some comments, and once you publish, it will take 3 to 4 minutes to complete whole process. And once the process is completed, you will get a message that okay, this has been completed in the system. Okay. Now, if you want to see it in the Visual Builder itself, you can go to Manage Workspace, right? Because when you publish it, it will take some amount of time, and you can go to the workspace, and in the workspace you have certain certain navigations, right? Here you can see the Git repository, right? All those details from there you will able to find those details. So if I go to Git, you will find all the details, right? You can see the extension, all those details. Right? This is the currently I'm working, right? On the Visual Studio. So you can use this page to see, or you can also check on the log file, right? That whatever the changes have been made, you can find all here. So what changes have been made, whether the changes have been completed or not, right? All the details you will be finding here, and based on that, you will able to determine that the changes have been completed. So anyhow, you will get a message here that this changes have been completed. This is just for an admin level to check that any issues is there after publishing, or before publishing anything has happened or not. So based on that, you can check all those details, right? So this is on a detailed level. I'm not going into that, but this is how you enable the AI assist, and once you publish, this is the available. Okay, right. Now, so this is all about goal page, right? Now there is another page which is about feedback, right? If you have used talent management for a purpose that, let's say, give you a generalized feedback that you have worked on, right? Or a deep feedback. Okay, so that is also have Redwood enabled recently, and here you can add certain AI features. So the same AI assist is available in that page, and you have to first enable the features. So that features is also not enabled out of the box. So you have to go and enable the features. Okay. So if I come here,
Mickey, 1 second. That Cosmos video message, you can click on hide to make it go away. Thanks.
yeah. So when I click on Give Feedback, so here they have another recently AI features. Okay. Then it is not available, you can see, by default. So similarly, I have to go to edit page, because I want to add the page here, okay, the AI assist here. Same process. You have to select the project, and then the system will automatically loads the page and point it to the page that for which you want to make some changes to the studio. Okay. So for example, I have opened it here, and I can see there is some constant that is available, right? So you can see show AI assist, right? So currently this is not available. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on show AI assist, false value, I'll put it at true. When I put it at true, right, in the system I can go to live to see that it's the personalization is correct or not, right? So you can see when I put as true, it automatically gives better feedback faster than AI assist, right? So I'll write some comments here, good details here, right? And I'll say I do not want to write more, I'll use AI assist, right? So I'll click on AI assist, it will give you automatically so you can see there is a process running in the background, right? Just like a goal page where your goal descriptions and success criteria are automatically filled, correct? So same here, you can see once it's written from just a three line, like the three comments or a three letters you have written, right? And automatically it gives you the AI. If you click on AI assist, automatically it gives you a whole lot of comments, right? So I have to recommend you on a positive attitude and friendly behavior. Right? So you have just written something called behavior comments. So based on behavior comments, the system has generated a paragraph for you, right? So here you can change if you want to, again, if you want to update, if you want to change, correct? You can change it from here, right? So just you can see, you can read it out the text. So as I given behavior, so based on that it has commented all the details, right? Let's say I'll say
We'll give a presenter a moment to reconnect.
so in the comments, let's say I have changing my comments, and I'll write supporting, right? And I'll again click on use AI. So what will happen is, again, you'll see that the system will run in the background, and it will give you the comments. So here you can see it gives me the comments. I am reaching out to let you know that I appreciate support in this relationship. So the more comments you add, the more perfect this system can give you back the comments, right? So this is how this AI assistive tools, right, helps to give the feedback. Okay. Now once you made it through, what you have to do, you have to publish it. So if I click on publish, okay, it will say prepare to publish, and again the same features you have to go. If you say that like you can write your comments why you are publishing, so that in the future if some issues comes, right, you will be able to get it. Okay. And give your ID. The user ID that you logged in for this person, same user ID, and it should publish in progress, and automatically it will take some time to publish, right? And you can see your changes were published. Now when it says changes were published, still it takes some time in the backend to show you live in the system. So you have to just wait for 3 or 4 minutes so that entire complete process after publishing is done, and then once you log into the system, you will see that this AI access features, right, is available in the system. Okay. So these are the two areas where Oracle has enabled this AI features, and this again, as I said, this AI access has been Oracle is heavily investing on those, and they are also planning to add this AI access in multiple places, but they are doing this in only the Redux page. So if you say the graphical page or the currently the responsive page, if you want to enable it, it's not available. Okay, because it's not a responsive, it's not a Redux page, it's a responsive page. And also one thing is currently available in US and Canada, or maybe for other regions customers they have to wait for future releases. When Oracle will give those features to the other features, they have to just wait, but it will be about the AI assist, the pages where you will be having those generative AI features, and this is how it will help the employee. As you say, it's on the employee's access, employee self-service, and this is how it will help the employees. And also, I have shown like how to enable those features, because those features are not enabled out of the box. You use the Visual Studio to enable those features.
Alright, thank you. Do we have questions?
Okay, so I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll take the questions.
One question I had was if AI is looking at only the data within the organization, or if it's looking at similar data outside the organization also before coming up with feedback or goal descriptions.
Yeah, so if you talk about the feedback, so feedback it's generally general feedback, right? That is being given by the person. So if you're saying it takes the previous data, it takes generally the comments that you put. Like for example, I have put a one-liner comment, right? Support me. So based on that, like they have a global comments that is added as a background, right? It's just like for example, if you're using a chat GPT features, right, which is also an OpenAI source, if you just write a small comments, it gives you a lot of examples of paragraphs based on that. So the same thing, it uses the same features. So based on what we are coming, so for example, I said behavioral, this person has a behavioral competencies, right? Or I'm giving a feedback, right? He has handled behaviors, competencies for the project. So based on whatever you write, based on that, it will give the predictions that this person is technically sound to handle customers across projects, across the all groups, and based on what you write, they will give the feedback. Similarly, I have written, let's say, this person is supportive, or let's say, this person helps other person in the same project. So based on the writings, it will check the background from the comment that the AI features can pass, and based on that, it will give you the comments. So I am telling because I have tested some of the test use cases. Based on that, I am able to say that it checks the comments what you write in the system, and then it gives the whole paragraphs for the feedback. So coming to the point of goals. So in the goals it's different because as I said, if you write a behavioral competencies for one of the for let's say for one person, and if you write another person writes the same thing, same writing for goals, the descriptions can be same, but the success criteria can be different because it checks the previous year's review period goals. It has something related to that. Let's say the behavioral competence is being used over a period of time because that's the organization competencies, and let's say for 4 or 5 years, right? This competence is being used in the goals. Now, if you write a behavioral competency, what will happen is system will check their previous year's behavioral competencies, what success rate has been put, what description has been put, and it will try to copy it. Similarly, for other persons, it will be different. So similarly, it will get copied. Now, if it's not present, maybe based on the jobs, right, or the positions that he is in, or let's say he has created a job profiles or a positions profile, and he has attached some descriptions there. He will try to pull all those data and give you an accumulative results in the system. So based on what goals you achieve, it will first check your previous review period goals. If it finds, then it will try to add those, and also it will check if their profiles, jobs, or model profiles, all those details in the system, and then it will give you suggestions for the success criteria and the descriptions. Hope that
Okay.
answers your
Okay,
question.
so it's not looking in the internet for pulling out information about rules that can be set.
Yes, so I lost the internet. They have a, as I said, they have a backend pools of data because for goals, right? It shouldn't do like that. It shouldn't go to the internet and check because it's a customer data. Because you are doing this AIS on not on internet, right? You're doing this on a certain customer pod and also on certain customers' employees. So it should check the existing details, existing data in the pod itself, and then it will give you a AIS. But for the comments, it may look for the generalized comments that you have to put because that data is still may not be available in the system comments wise, right? So for that it takes the pool of data in the backend, it checks the pool of data in the backend, and based on that it gives you the suggestion for feedback comments.
Alright, thank you. Any other questions from anybody else?
I
Alright.
just want to know, as you mentioned, there are only 3 pages. So the AI can be used only for 3 pages, or there will be in future more pages that would be converted into Redwood and we can use this for that too?
Yeah, so I said 3 pages because currently up to the release from 23B2 till we have 24A, right? Maybe 24B is coming in a very short future. Based on that, it's currently 3 pages. Yes, but in futures, as I said, and also you're correct, they can give in other pages also. But currently, it's only 3 pages, and to enable it, you have to enable on those 3 pages only.
Okay, thank you. What's the third page?
It's a job profile page, model profile when we create. Right? That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would we be able to see job profiles page also today, or should we save it for a later time?
Maybe save it for later because that job, some job profile is created in the backend,
Okay.
so that improves the correct data.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks Mickey